Hello, Ralph Covert here. Welcome to Water Dog. Let's talk about songwriting. In one of my other videos, I followed the map from a note all the way to a full song, kind of looking at the different pieces along the way that we can kind of think of and break down as we make choices within our songwriting. We started with a note. The next biggest piece that we looked at was a measure. Next piece was a line. Next piece was a section. And then putting all those sections together, of course, you get a song. So today I want to really focus in on kind of the measure and line piece of the process to show some of the choices we have that we can make. Now, going from a note to a measure, we discovered that you can measure a measure or a bar by what kind of notes are in it and how many of them are in it. That information gives you your basic time signature. You see at the beginning of a piece of music 3/4, 4/4, 6/8, different time signatures. That's all that is telling you is what kind of notes, quarter notes, eighth notes, half notes, the bottom number, you're measuring, and then how many of them, the top number, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever number per bar. Okay, so an example of that, 4/4 time is your basic time signature that much music is based on in Western music. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now you can pulse or play 4/4 in many, many different rhythms. As you work within that counting of a measure, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4/4 is your basic time signature. But you have lots of other choices you can make with your songwriting. And I'd like to show you some of those. 3/4, waltz time is a very common one. The 4 is on the bottom, it's the second number, so we're counting quarter notes still, but there's 3 of them. So instead of doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. You can hear that pulse of 3. It can be a little bit faster, a little bit slower. It could be like a... Or it could be a... faster. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now, a variation off of waltz time is 6/8 time. If you're good with math, you'll realize that 3/4 is the same mathematical value as 6/8, 3/4, 6/8. But the difference in music is we're counting eighth notes instead of quarter notes. So as waltz time might be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, counting those quarter notes. In 6/8 time, we're counting the eighth note. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 4, 5, 6, 1, 4, 5, 6, 1. My song, The Amazing Romero, is in 6/8 time. In contrast, my song, Calico Kid, is in 3/4 time. So these can be some great jumping off points for you for finding new sounds, new songs. So I'll often just, if I'm in a stuck or looking to do something new, I'll write in a time signature that I maybe haven't written in a while. Now you can get more complicated too. There are lots of variations. Those are kind of the three primary time signatures, but you can literally combine it. A lot of what they call math rock is stuff that's in very unusual, a lot of prog rock, art rock. They tend to do very complex time signatures, 13/8, which is crazy. But you can do it. It's just counting to 13 within eighth notes. Another good basic one is 2/4 time. 2/4 can be kind of like a country two-step or a polka. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, which could be like a Peggy's Pie Parlor polka is a when I want a piece of pie, I polka down to Peggy's, I know. So there's an example of a 2/4 polka beat, but it could also be used in a kind of a country two-step. She smiles like Richard Nixon, walks like Bridget Bardot. The song She Smiles Like Richard Nixon kind of has that country two-step feel. You can do more complicated time signatures as well. It just comes down to learning how to count them out. 5/8, 5/6. 5/6 is 5/8 is a time signature I like a lot. It's very similar to 6/8, but it doesn't get used a lot because people get very intimidated by counting it. But it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. There's a song by the band called the Moondogs that I toured with in Europe for a while in the 90s. And they have a song called Hit the Pearl that alternates between 5/8 and 6/8. But the verses are, you may be trying, you may be playing hard to get, you may have lost your way, you may have played your final bet. So you get that. The 5/8 feel is a really nice feel, but anytime you start working with a new feel like that, it's going to take some time for you to get it under your hand, to get your body and mind used to it. So it might take you a while if you're trying waltz time. You'll need to play it, and then as you layer and build melodies on it, you're going to need to orient, kind of like walking and whistling at the same time, being able to do the same thing, two things at the same time. But the key to do it is to count it out. You can count to 3, 4, 5. You can count out the time signature and then start playing it. To demonstrate a song in 3/4 time, waltz time, here is my song Calico Kid, which is in 3/4 time. Count it out for you. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Hear that 3/4 pulse? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So here we go. Calico Kid, 3/4 waltz time. The Calico Kid said, please won't you stay? I'm not like the others, I won't run away. And if you like, we can stay here all night. We'll talk about beauty, talk about life, 'cause it's oh so good to talk with you, said the Calico Kid. The Calico Kid. And when the night watchman came into the bar, he said the winter is coming, but it won't get this far. He ordered a drink and stared off into space, and the Lincoln Park princess stared on with distaste and said, I don't know what I'm doing here with the Calico Kid. The Calico Kid. And where have you hidden your trinkets away? And how have you spent your nights and your days? Drifting away, drifting away, drifting away like some calico kid. cinnamon sun rose slow in the east, and the barroom Beowulfs stumbled home from their feast. The kid and the princess walked out hand in hand, and they kissed in the street of their own promised land. It's so good to be alive, said the Calico Kid. The Calico Kid. And where have you hidden your trinkets away? And how have you spent your nights and your days? Drifting away, drifting away, drifting away with the Calico Kid. The Calico Kid. The Calico Kid. Waltz time. Happy writing. Try out a waltz song. It's fun. It's fun, fun timed signature. I think you'll like it. Happy writing. We'll talk to you soon.
Maybe we don't belong together. I won't tell if you won't worry. There's time